book, I was like, no, I am that girl. Okay? Nobody talk to me. If you ain't adding to my life, I don't want it. That's what this book made me feel. This book had me cackling. Like, I was laughing so hard. I was looking around like, I hope nobody's seeing the way I'm reacting to this book. Matthew McConaughey. Hello, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another book video, more specifically a book rec video. We're going to talk all about memoirs. Y'all know I love romance, fantasy. We're dabbling into murder mystery, thriller, dark romance. Whenever I've read more of those genres, I'll do a rec video. In this video, we're talking all about memoirs, biographies. I absolutely love reading them. I love learning about other people's lives, and I'm also nosy. But also, one of you guys were like, oh my God, can you do a memoir rec video? And I was like, totally. I have a whole memoir shelf. I took some out of some of my faves, but obviously they're all so good. So I thought I would recommend some. A lot of these have life lessons, show strength. So I thought it could be a nice video to do for you guys. So sit back, relax, grab a snack, grab a drink. This is your reminder. This is your reminder to drink water. I got a new Owala tumbler. Isn't it so cute? Take a little sippy sip. We love hydration. Ooh, it's a little too big for my shelves. Okay, there we go. All right, let's get into it because I got a lot of books to share. Let's go. So we have a beautiful array of books here, and I'm not going to go in any particular order. Let's go. First book we're going to talk about is Green Lights by Matthew McConaughey. Matthew McConaughey. Absolutely loved this audiobook. A lot of these memoirs I've listened to audiobooks. I mainly listen to memoirs because it feels like I'm on the phone with them and it just feels more real, if that makes sense. So this audiobook, I didn't know that much about Matthew McConaughey. I think I watched a few movies that he's in, but I wanted to know more about his life. And when I tell you this book was so good, there's life lessons, he's hilarious, and you really get to know him, his family, his wife, his kids, his dream to be a father, and him, like his acting career. Like, it was just so well done. And this book had me learning so much. I felt change after reading it, but I also was laughing my ass off. So absolutely ate up this book. Okay. Then we have Leslie effing Jones. I didn't even know she had a memoir. Actually, it was one of you guys that was like, oh my God, you need to read her book. And I was like, oh, I didn't even know she had a memoir. The foreword is by Chris Rock. He's obviously so funny. This audiobook is hilarious. I was listening to it. Even my best friend was laughing at the little parts that she heard because she's so funny. This is an autographed edition. Please look at the autograph. I was like, girl, what is that? What is that?
Today. Oh my God, what is that? Oh my God, what is that?
It's a scribble. I could do better than that. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Super cool. And I learned so much about her and her come up story and being a Black woman in the industry. So this was very interesting to read. Then we have Trevor Noah, Born a Crime. This might be one of my faves. You really get an immigrant story, and a coming of age story, I guess you could say. Also so funny. He's so hilarious the way that he describes certain stories, but there was also so many life lessons, and truly it felt like I was on the phone with him and like we're besties. You know what I mean? Absolutely ate up this book. Then we have I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy. I feel like this book is one of the memoirs that pops up a lot with reason. I feel like you learn so much about being a child actor in the industry. So this book shows like you don't know what's going on behind closed doors in a family and a relationship. And it's so sad to hear her relationship with her mother and the reason why she's got her mom. But this book was so obviously sad, but good to hear. Like, obviously uncomfortable, but like at the same time, it's good to know, and hopefully it can help other people and other child actors and other people that are in not so great relationships. So yeah, this book was good, but in the sense of like good as in I needed to hear it, even though obviously it's very uncomfortable and sad, if that makes sense. Then we have Finding Me by Viola Davis. This might be one of my fave audiobook memoirs. You really learn from day 0 to now in her success story and her growing up in poverty and abuse. But this is like, she emulates so much strength and resilience. And after reading this book, I was like, this is my sign to keep going and to follow my dreams, no matter what people say, no matter how many people can bring you down. This is just amazing, and I recommend everyone to read it. It's so, so good, and yeah, I loved it so much. Then we have Paris's memoir. A lot of people see me recommend this book and they're like, oh, is it just talking about like purses and being girly girl? No, there's so many things that I didn't know about her life, and so many things that like even her own surrounding didn't know about. She put it in the memoir and that's how they found out. So many crazy things that I didn't even know she went through. And this was very eye-opening, and wow. Then we have We Were Dreamers. This is an immigrant superhero origin story. This gave me hope. And this emulates strength, hope, and it was nice to see an immigrant's story and his trajectory from day 1 to being a successful actor. I loved him in the Marvel universe, and it was so interesting to hear and learn. I ate it up. Then we have She Memes Well by Quinta Bronson. I absolutely love her in Abbott Elementary. Not only did she create the show or like co-produce the show, but she's in it, and I really loved her. And I also loved her like videos and that viral meme that came and the viral meme she's in. So
can I get some Skittles, some dips, Reese's Pieces, pretzels, and a large popcorn?
A large. You got money. He got money. Get it all for him.
you kind of see her trajectory from the meme to the show, and like all about her life and the in between, which I absolutely loved. She's hilarious, and I loved learning about her story, and I absolutely love the show. Like, so good. Then we have I Can't Make This Up, Life Lessons by Kevin Hart. This book had me cackling. Like, I was laughing so hard. I was looking around like, I hope nobody's seeing the way I'm reacting to this book. He is hilarious. He basically gives his life story while also giving a bunch of life lessons. But he's so hilarious. Like, this gives the feeling of being on the phone with your best friend, and you're just, you know, when you're in that giddy mood where like everything makes you laugh. Like, this is this book. It was so nice to learn, obviously, life lessons, but at the same time, like, cackling. This was so good, so funny. And I actually thrifted this book. I kind of want to get the hardcover whenever I find it, because a lot of my memoirs are hardcover, except for this one, actually. So, yeah. Then we have Making a Scene by Constance Wu. In my reading challenge, I think I read this memoir. This was so unexpectedly good. It's not like I had low expectations, but it was so nice to hear her story and how she became an actress. And also, she talks about essay. She talks about being in a relationship, finding your way. It was just so well vocalized. I don't even know if that makes sense, but like, it was so well done, and like I really liked her learning about her story. And yeah. Lastly, we have Down the Drain by Julia Fox. This, I loved learning so much about her. 1, she's funny. 2, I felt like there were so many life lessons in here. And also, the only thing I knew about her was that she dated Kanye. And I really liked to hear that experience, but also just like her trajectory. This gives like boss bish energy, independent energy, not taking bull from anybody. And after reading this book, I was like, no, I am that girl. Okay? Nobody talk to me. If you ain't adding to my life, I don't want it. That's what this book made me feel, which is a good feeling. So yeah, I absolutely loved it. Obviously there were some sad, a lot of these memoirs, you know, there's good parts in life, there's bad parts, dark parts, but they're all needed. And I absolutely loved learning the stories of all these people. So yeah, those are some memoirs that I recommend. I absolutely loved learning about their life. their trajectory, and I felt like a lot of these emulated strength and perseverance through hard times. And in all of these memoirs and all of these life stories made me like continue to work hard and work for what I believe in. So yeah, those are all the memoirs I would recommend. I have a few honorable mentions that I will mention. We have You're That Bitch by Bretman Rock. Absolutely loved it. So good. We have Kenan Thompson's book, When I Was Your Age. He gives a bunch of life lessons, funny stories. He's hilarious, and you get to kind of learn about being a child actor as well. We have Michelle Obama's book. This is a French version, but this gives very much like Black women power and magic, and this made me believe that I could do anything I want to do, you know? Then we have also Matthew Perry. This memoir is a little bit more sad to read, especially after he's passed, but it was really interesting to learn about like his struggles, addiction, the show Friends, his acting career, and everything. It was so heart-wrenching, but also beautiful to hear, and yeah. Then we also have Ali Wong's memoir. This is hilarious, but also beautiful. And it's like, this whole memoir is kind of like a love story to her daughters, and to girls in the world. And this was so funny, but also very beautiful. Another memoir that I read recently, is In Pieces by Sally Field. Me and my best friend listened to the audiobook together, and I didn't know much about her except for her being in Mrs. Doubtfire, and I absolutely loved hearing her story. She's absolutely beautiful. Like, this cover's Gorgina, and then her now, still Gorgina. Like, beautiful. And then we also have Drew Barrymore's memoir. This memoir was so beautiful to hear, and I loved hearing her voice as she talked about her life story, and this was a really great read. And then the last one that I'm going to talk about is Tom Felton's memoir. This is also a great book to learn more about being a child actor and everything that had to do with Harry Potter, as he played Draco in Harry Potter. This was very interesting to read. I actually listened to the audiobook as I was on a road trip. So yeah, those are all the memoirs that I would recommend. I absolutely love learning different life stories, but also I feel like there's so many life lessons and very great examples of like success stories, but also like showing how good it is to push through and to be resilient. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Comment down below any other book rec videos you guys would want to see from me. I love you guys so, so much. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what other video you want to see. I don't know why I'm using my hands a lot. Anywho, I love you dearly, and I'll see you guys in another video.